Rolly Romero beats Ryan Garcia by unanimous decision. That fight was crazy, man. Didn't see that coming, but I knew something was up because it was just something in Ryan Garcia's eyes the whole time. He didn't look like he was locked in, and the same thing for Rolly Romero. It looked like something was in his. But, man, got off in the first round, dropped him with a double hook. I knew after that, Ryan Garcia was out of the game. When Rolly Romero was throwing his punches, man, I was sitting in my seat and I could feel them. That boy hit like a mule. So what happened was he got dropped, he got spooked, he got bullied, and he got beat up. Point blank period. There was no way that you couldn't give the fight to Rolly Romero. At one point in time, I heard one of the commentators say, well, you know, Ryan Garcia, he's going to have to rely on a gift. And I'm like, that's a hell of a thing to say on live air. You know what I'm saying? Just goes to show how messed up boxing is. But I'm like, there's no way, even if you wanted to give him a gift at this point, that can even happen. Because you know who really gave the fight away? It was Derrick James. The speech that Derrick James gave Ryan Garcia in that corner, you knew he was losing and was going to lose. So to turn around and try to orchestrate a win or gift or whatever after that would have just looked super ridiculous. And given the fact that what we have already seen boxing do, especially with that knee with Gervonta Tank Davis, they couldn't afford to do nothing else that'll put a black eye on the sport. The sport already walking around looking like a raccoon by the eyes. So that's that. But one thing that I didn't expect, I never thought that Ryan Garcia would get outboxed by Rolly Romero. That's crazy. And there's no way that you could contest that Ryan Garcia won the fight because Rolly Romero had more punches to the body than Ryan Garcia did have jabs to the head. That's just the truth. So if that's the case, then how could you even go up to bat or even try to argue that Ryan won that fight? It's just no way. The kid looked too dominant in there. He looked like a stone that Ryan Garcia just couldn't move. And plus the inactivity proved it. And it's funny because I know they was going to spend the rest of the night ragging on Devin Haney's performance. But after Ryan Garcia went out there and did the same thing, it was hard for them to double back on Devin Haney. And it was funny to listen to them try to make up the excuses why Ryan Garcia wasn't winning, why he was being gun shy and all this other stuff. And, oh, he's came back from this and he came back from that. You know what I'm saying? It tickled me inside because I know at the end of the day, that's DAZN's poster boy. Even if they want to pretend like they didn't want him as the poster boy, that's really who they want. You know what I'm saying? That's really who it is. You know what I'm saying? Outside of them wanting to massage Jake Paul balls and all that other stuff. But that's really the guy. So where the fight goes with him and Devin Haney beyond this, who cares? I wanted one of them to lose. And I was actually kind of picking Devin Haney to lose. But I wanted one of them to lose because not that they won't have a fight, but anything to knock the luster off Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney too, I was all for it. You know what I'm saying? So if it makes it less attractive now, then good, fine, because they shouldn't be doing the shit anyway. But then again, that's my personal opinion. That's not really as a boxing fan, you know what I'm saying, quote unquote. But yeah, fucked him up. You know, and then it's Rolly, and you know, to get outboxed by Rolly is not no, you know, he's not nobody that you consider a high caliber opponent. You know what I'm saying? Even Ryan said that. So the fact that you got outboxed by him behind that shows you what Ryan Garcia truthfully is, besides a few special attributes. That's the truth. That's why he sells himself the way he does. Because if he goes the route that any of them goes, he gonna get knocked out. They seen that in the Luke Campbell. So they understood that Ryan Garcia got to be a person that sells out. You know what I'm saying? Before he gets knocked out too many times. You know what I'm saying? Not to say he's not talented, but he's always been limited. That's why he's the most unachieved of the new school. But anyways, that's my thoughts on this. We gonna get to the other fights in a minute and talk about Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez. Like, comment, subscribe. Bruce Van, I'm out.